Driving in France with a foreign license. What are the requirements? If you're considering relocating to France and you have questions about driving with a foreign driving license, you're in the right place. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm Giga from the blog Expat in France. Here, it's all about moving to France and navigating the French culture and bureaucracy. In today's video, we're going to dive into everything you need to know about driving in France and the requirements for exchanging your driving license when necessary. We will start with the EU and British license and then the non-EU license situation. Let's get started. Driving with a European driving license. So you're moving to France and wondering if your European or British driving license is valid in France? The good news is, in most cases, yes, it is. If you have a driving license from an EU or EEA country, you're allowed to drive in France as long as it meets certain conditions. Here is what you need to know. First, you must be at least 18 years old to drive a car with a license category B. Your driving license should be valid and you must follow any medical prescriptions indicated on it, such as wearing glasses, for example. Additionally, you must not have faced suspension, restriction, or cancellation of driving rights in the country where the license was issued. And you shouldn't have obtained the license during a period when you were prohibited from getting a license in France. If you have a UK driving license delivered prior to 2021, it will be accepted in France as long as it is within its validity date. If you meet all these conditions, you will not need to exchange your driving license with a French one. Before we dive into the driving license exchange, if you want your expatriation to France to be as stress-free as possible, you can start by getting your Move to France checklist. It will help you to get started on the right foot. Now, while you can drive with your European driving license in France, there are cases where you will need to exchange it for a French license. This includes situations like the expiry of your original license, wanting to add new driving categories, or committing a traffic violation leading to point loss or suspension. Now, what about non-EU driving licenses? Are you moving to France permanently and wondering whether you can drive with your foreign driving license? A driving license issued by a non-European country is valid for 1 year from the date of acquisition of the normal residence. So it would usually be the date you validate your entry visa, the VLSTS, or request your residence permit on arrival. If you wish to drive for longer than the first 12 months, you must exchange your driving license for a French one, and this process should be started 6 months after your arrival in France. Here is what you need to do. Note that this does not apply to students that get a specific treatment that I won't detail here. You will need to exchange your driving license if your country of issuance has a bilateral agreement with France. So here I'm talking about the country that issued your driving license, not your nationality. If you had your driving license in another country than the country you are national, this is what matters, the nationality of the document. You should know that only the countries of states that have signed a bilateral agreement with France can do the driving license exchange. So if your country or state doesn't have an agreement, this means that you will need to take the driving license exchange to be able to drive in France. For example, only 18 US states have signed an agreement with France. All the others will need to take the French driving exam. To find out whether or not you can exchange your driving license, you should contact the consulate of your country in France. So for example, if you have a US driving license, you should contact the US consulate in France to know if you need to exchange it or not. Now, how to exchange your driving license? Now that you have figured out if you need to exchange your license or not, here is how to go about it. First, gather the required documents, including completed forms, your original driving license, official translation of the license, apostilled or legalized, your passport copy, proof of address, and more. The exchange request is done online on the ANTS website. You will need to upload all the required documents and also the prefecture may ask for extra documents if they judge necessary. The exchange process is totally free. It may take some time, even several months, but if your request is approved, you will receive a certificate for roadside checks and eventually your new French driving license. While your application is being processed, you can still drive as you retain your original driving license. At the end of the processing, you will be asked to give your original foreign driving license to check its authenticity, except in the case of suspension or cancellation. Make sure that you check your emails, your spam box, or phone messages for the prefecture's notification. The email explains how to send the original of your driving license by recorded delivery. When the prefecture receives your original driving license, you can download a secure certificate of deposit from the ANTS website. This attestation is valid for 4 months. This certificate allows you to drive while waiting to receive your French license, up to the limit of the period during which your foreign license is recognized. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to use your driving license in France when you're relocating. Remember, understanding the rules and requirements is key to a smooth transition. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I've left another video here about French insurance. Which one do you really need when moving to France? I hope to see you there. Merci et à bientôt!